Boom. Welcome to Reggie's Cooked into Life's Lessons. Russell DePersia, attorney at law. Russell is my buddy. He's a big-time supporter of the Larry Gang Stop the Violence organization. He has so much going on that we are blessed to have him here in our kitchen. Now, he done saw the show and said, Reggie, I love it, I got it, come on, Reggie, have you on that. So boom, I got Russell DePersia. Now, we're going to find out a lot about him. He just moved his office, one of his offices, into Williamstown, New Jersey. So, and I know he's there because I ran up onto him to get one of those checks he gave us for supporting our organization. But he has so much going on. Please, Russell, introduce yourself, please.
Russell DePersia, I'm here. I'm so glad to be on your show, Reg. I'm proud to be on Reg's show. I've known Reg a lot of years. My offices have been in Camden for 20 years on Market Street, and me and Reg go way back. And I have a lot of respect for Reg because Reg gives so much back to the community.
Not about me. Shut up. Not about me.
It's got to be
not about me.
It's got to be about Reg a little
you.
bit. I know. But I'm so proud to be a Reg because he gives back so much to the community. I'm going to say it again. And I was proud to be a part of the Larry Gang Stop the Violence. He's helped so many people, young individuals, which I have a great interest in as well. And I'm just glad to be here.
Yes, good. I appreciate that, Russ. First, I don't know what the name of this dish we're going to make because it just said, have you ever, when I came across this recipe, it all just said, have you ever did a dish like this? And it just caught my attention. But we're going to make these we're going to start and create the dough and make like biscuit things, and we're going to flatten them out. Then we're going to chop up all these vegetables.
By the end of the show, Reg, we'll get a good name for it.
We'll call it Russell DePersia. That's what we'll call it.
Keep thinking on it.
I'm gonna think on that one. But that's what we're gonna be cooking, and it's going to be made with the dough. Of course, is warm water, milk, some sugar, a little bit of sugar, some dry yeast, salt, and flour, and olive oil. That's for the dough. Then the filling on it is going to be, we're going to have onions, tomatoes, green peppers, red peppers, some parsley, some fresh scallions, and olive oil, salt, pepper, season, all the season, the season to taste. You know how we like to do season to taste. And we're going to do the dough first. Now, when we're throwing this dough together, I'm going to be asking my man some questions, right? And I told him to make sure that he come with something inspirational. That he's thinking about, that he wants, and hopefully me talking will jar his mind, even if he thought he had something on his mind, that he'll come up with something else. But I can tell you that Russell, I remember years ago, and I was reminded about this because, of course, I was researching, doing some research on Russell, and I'm going to bring this bowl here because as we're talking, once I get them started, then I'm going to be doing this thing with fixing this dough together. And of course, we need like 8 ounces of warm water. So I set this water out, and this is I think this is like a 16-ounce cup. So I'm going to pour half a cup of water.
Do you need this yet, Reg?
We're going to get to that, Russ. We'll get to it, Russ. Okay. But I remember it was a few years ago. I don't know how long ago it was. It was just a few years ago. But Russell was telling me he was producing a movie.
This is true.
You didn't think I remembered that, did you?
I thought you forgot.
I did. But in my research, it brought it back to my mind. So please tell us about, and in fact, he also brought me a copy of his book that he wrote, titled by the same movie.
Yeah.
Tell us about that project.
I sure will.
Please.
The book is called Seasons Change, as well as the movie, and it's a project that is dear to my heart, something I'm real proud of. It's a book about an athlete who goes through a lot of trauma. He's a superstar athlete, and then he faces a serious injury and he has to redirect his life, hence the name Seasons Change. But the book was inspirational because it affects a lot of people that have read the book, and all walks of life that I've presented it to, it seemed to have a good impact, because in our life sometimes things can knock us off stride, redirect us, and we have to regroup and pick up the pieces and move forward, which I think is a timely book for all of us now. What's been happening in the world and in our communities today is sometimes you have to redirect and pick up the pieces and put our hearts and soul together and keep moving forward. So it's kind of the direction of the book.
Now, that's the direct, because the book and the movie is the same story,
yeah,
right?
when I wrote it's all started out as a movie script, Reg, and then when I did the script, I had some friends out in California who read it and they really liked it. And they flew me out there and we did some reads out in California. They were impressed by it. And then I created the book after the script. And then I did the movie trailer after the book and the script. So that's where we are now. So I have some people out in Los Angeles that I'm hoping to put it together. We'll see.
And it keeps talking about what you say, the hard knocks of sports, because people have that guy Bell was for Penn State who got injured on the football field, right? And he wound up running for Congress and all that. I mean, not Congress, for some kind of political office, and won. Now, but Russell is an athlete too.
That's true.
He played football. He played basketball, and in fact, was your family sponsors of a semi-pro team back in the day?
The path for me was college basketball, and I boxed through law school, and even when I was an attorney, I fought some, and then at one point I played semi-pro football, and I even got a shot to try out with the Cowboys. Had a couple workouts with them. So a lot of the themes in the book were hit home for me as well. You know, to try to pursue your dreams, but if some of those dreams don't go to complete fruition, it's still good to chase them, but you always got to redirect and keep moving forward.
And I understand what you're saying, right? But to me, you're being a little modest. You're being a little modest, and so being so modest, you're not. To me, you're not telling them you're not coming out of here. So don't be so modest.
Okay.
Tell us about your changes and what's inspiring you now. Why are you practicing criminal law? Why are you? Why, you know?
All right. So we want to go a little deeper, right?
I want you to what do you say? Speak the truth.
I always speak the truth, Reg.
I understand
always
that.
speak the truth. You're just telling me you want to go a little deeper. Truth is a different concept. I always tell the truth. But to go deeper,
lawyer stuff coming out.
but to go deeper, Reg.
Yeah, go deeper, please.
Can you let me do something?
Oh yeah. You know what?
I'm supposed to be cooking, Reg.
You are. But the issue is the dough. The dough.
All right, but as we're going, I gotta help you cook.
Let me get this dough. I want you to talk. I don't want you to be distracted.
You sure?
You're gonna make me cut this part out. Come on.
Keep going? Okay.
Yes.
All right. What was the question, Reg?
I want you to, again, you're skimming over the tops of what made your direction. What made you who Russell DePersia is, because you're a great person.
All right.
I know there's humility to you.
Okay. I always come with respect, Reg. I have to revamp my thought process of our cooking show here a little bit. You want to go a little deeper? We'll try. All right. As far as goals for people that are listening out there, go for it. Pursue your goals. For me personally, some of my athletic goals, pro boxing, pro football, took some lumps along the way, but boy, was I proud to chase after them. Boy, was I proud to chase after them. So proud. Anything you want to do with your life, anything you want to try with your life, go for it. A lot of the achievements that I have is not so much the end game, but the road to getting to some of those end games. What I've learned along the way in those games, in those fights, in those boxing matches are irreplaceable. What I've learned were incredible.
Okay, guys. Now, I had to throw some more flour in my dough to make it right, to make it right. And then now I put the olive oil in there and fold it into there. And this is going to sit to the side. Again, we had the warm water, the milk, the yeast, salt, and a little bit of sugar, tablespoon of sugar. This is the way it's supposed to be popping. We doing this right. Now, and of course, I told my man Russ, I didn't want him to put his hands in there. He's talking about he ready to do something. Not yet. We're going to be cutting up some vegetables and stuff. But we're almost at that part because we're going to sit to this to the side because this is going to sit for like 40 minutes. Okay? So we're doing good. And you know what? He was, you know, I had Russell, I pulled at him to talk about what inspired him, how he being, becoming the man that he has become today. And one thing that I know he hasn't mentioned, but again, I do research, but I met his father. I loved his father because he was so nice and good to me. Tell us about your father's legacy, please.
Well, this one could be a little tough, Reg. My father was the most amazing man I've ever known. Miss him to this day. I lost him 13 years ago, and he's the reason that I went into law. My father was a legendary law enforcement detective. He was born in Camden, raised in Camden. Then he became a cop, I believe in the late 1940s. He was 10 years a Camden City cop. Then he became a detective in the prosecutor's office, and he had a distinguished career for another 30 years. So he was 40 years in law enforcement, raised 5 children with my beautiful mother, and 3 of us went on to law school. My other brother became a trooper, retired as a sergeant, and a sister who did great in real estate and business. So real proud of my father. Amazing man. After he had retired in 1992, I was finished up law school at Rutgers Camden, and I had the honor and privilege of working hand in hand with him from, I still remember the date, 10/3 of 97, and up until the 30, all through my 30s, I got to work side by side with my father, which I was so blessed to do.
You hear him? He said he was blessed.
So blessed.
Everybody
so blessed.
Don't have that opportunity. Everybody don't appreciate their parents. Yes, some parents are not the best parents. Some parents don't lead you in the right direction. But there are parents that do. You hear me, young folks? There are parents that do. Like I said, I had a great appreciation for his father. And I knew, trust me.
The words,
there you go.
The words mean a lot, Reggie, really do. I know we're having fun on our cooking show, but he hit on a thing that's dear to my heart. My father came from respect. I live by that. I treat the people with respect. People come into my office, I always come with respect, show respect, and that's how I live my life. A lot of that's from my father. Strong man. Thanks, Reggie.
Well, now, we have the dough over here covered up. I covered it up because it's going to set, it's going to rise and all that kind of stuff. Now Russell is about to become a chef.
Okay, we're ready to go. Got my tools.
I mean, I love shortcutting sometimes because this stuff can, but because he is here, I want to do all this stuff fresh. I want to do it fresh. So, of course.
And Reg measures everything to the T. Right, Reg?
Yeah, well,
you don't play around.
As I say, we have to follow instructions.
Real quick. Sorry, Reg.
Thank you, Dr. Russell. Anyway, so now what we're going to do, we're going to cut this onion up.
Is that my job?
Yes. Do you know how to get into that?
I don't.
Oh,
Can we do it?
I want you to do it.
Watch your fingers, man.
I want you to, what I want you,
Okay.
how you going to do it if you're talking about you don't know what to do?
Wait, this?
Hold on,
Right through, Reg?
Hold on, Russell. Hold on.
How you feeling,
hold
Reg?
on.
You feeling this?
Hold on.
Feeling that?
Yeah, we are.
Is that good?
That is good.
That's good. I did that good.
Now take the skin off. You know, since you did it like that. Yeah.
Good move.
Yeah.
Good move.
You can do it like that. You can do it
Okay.
like that, or you can do it like this. And just
How's that?
see that's even better. That's even better. Now
You did it more. Did I take more off?
No. This is just the way I cut into it. You okay?
Okay.
Now all we want to do, I'm going to do this one, and you can do this one. We'll take and
Okay.
cut this off here like this, and we're just going to dice this up.
All right, it's dice.
We're going to dice it up.
You took my weapon.
You know what? Hold on. We'll be right back. I need another bowl. Russell DePersia, Esquire, law firm. We're in
Reggie
town.
Gaines, the man.
There he go again. We'll be right back. Reggie's cooked into life's lessons. So if they're not
Bigger.
so big, yeah. Yeah. Now what we're doing is we're cutting up the vegetables, some onions, and dicing them up. Well, you can tell. Yes, you can tell Russell is. You of course. This is the whole show is for the premise of the show is for people who are afraid of the kitchen but want to do cook and stuff like that, because we're not professional chefs. So again, you can cut anywhere. You can cut your onion anywhere you want.
I got my own style of onion cutting here.
So and
How's it look, Reg? We good?
yes, it's looking fantastic.
All right.
Now we're going to dump that in there, Russ, please.
Okay.
Let's just dump that into that bowl.
Let's do that.
Okay. So far,
Into
so
the bowl.
good.
So far. All the
Now.
onions into the bowl. Get rid of that one. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Good, Chef Reg.
Mm-hmm. That's fantastic. You're doing good. Now we're going to go for. Oops. Now we're going for the peppers, right?
Okay.
So,
Peppers.
Yeah, we're going to do the peppers
Bring
now.
on the peppers.
So what we're going to do, I'm gonna have you cut up the red ones. Oh, it's
Okay.
only one red. Is that only got is one red? No, there you go, two. Okay, you cut up those two, and I'm going to cut up two green ones, and then we'll go. After that, we'll do the tomatoes and what you call them, and
Take this out,
parsley
right?
and all that kind of stuff. But we still wanted, we still just want to cut them down to dice them up, just like we did the onion. Again, there's no special way to do it. Okay, so now you have a book. You got this business going on with the movie. You played football, had the opportunity to be in the Dallas Cowboys workout camp. All that is good, and you was doing were you doing it all while you was in school, or?
It's a good question. I did the boxing while I was in law school.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit in college. Played basketball in college. The writing and the movie stuff was after. The football, the semi-pro football, was actually awarded when I went back into that.
Mm-hmm.
But one good thing for the listeners, if there's anything you want to do, still try. And one thing our family and my folks always told me is, don't let life limit you. Don't let life define you. No one defines who you are. In fact, it's actually a good topic, Reg. When people come and they see me out and they say, you know, you were my attorney. To this day, and I've been doing it almost 30 years, I forget. You know why? I never saw myself as a title. I never saw myself as a lawyer, as whatever professional title I am. I'm Russ DePersia, being a lawyer. I bring my person to my game. No one defines who I am, and I got that from my upbringing too. No one defines or limits me, and I live my life that way.
You know what?
And so that's a big deal.
I was just speaking on that because it's called a philosophy,
Yeah.
and I was just speaking.
Reg, is this small enough?
See how
You're a lot smaller than mine. You're a better dicer.
What is this called? Laurel and Hardy? But they don't have to be as small as.
They don't have to be as small?
No.
Okay.
Not as small, just as small.
Mine are lot bigger there.
Just as small. Not as small, but just as small.
As small. That would be equally as small.
Oh! So anyway, as
Anyway.
I was saying, I'm talking about the fact that Russell, because really, in the philosophy, in being the person you want to be in life, you shouldn't be the title.
No.
Because then you're going to have yourself, you're going to fail yourself because of the fact that you won't be being who you are.
That's right. That's right. I tell young lawyers that don't try to be me in the courtroom, be yourself in the courtroom. I can't be another person. I can only be who I am in the courtroom, because what happens, and Reg hit it on the head, you got to come from your heart, because no one will believe you or believe you're authentic if you're not speaking from here or doing things from here. Right, Reg?
Is it difficult to be a defense attorney, or a criminal law attorney, because you win and lose cases when people are, what you say, not guilty?
It has its moments of great challenge. Can it be difficult? It can be extremely difficult. It can test you. What I try to do in each case is I try to represent people as if I am being my own lawyer. What does that mean? That means I represent people as if I'm representing like a family member, a dear friend. Or if I imagine myself as being a client, how would I want my attorney to be? And that's how I try to bring my game every day as far as being a lawyer. I see myself as a coach too. I probably easily could have been a coach, a football coach, basketball coach, or what have you. And I try to coach people to take them to another level. The person comes to my office and they have an addiction problem. Get them help. Get them on whatever drugs they're on. If they're making bad decisions in your life, because most of our lives are based on decisions that we make minute to minute, day to day. Make better decisions.
What makes
live a better life.
what is, in your experience, what is the driving force behind people making some of the boo-boos, some of the mistakes that they make? What and from my experience, I know that. Well, I guess you could be a smart criminal, but I know that people struggle with education. And let's say ignorance, and that makes them do stuff they shouldn't be doing. How do you see this?
There's a wide range of issues that make people make bad choices. Some of it's economic. Don't have enough money, go to feed yourself. Go shoplift at a store, as an example. Some people are short-sighted. They can't see the consequences of their decisions, so they make a decision. They can only see tomorrow or the next moment. They don't realize that what they just did, by the move that they just made, not only impacts their lives forever, or 10 years, or backs up their ability to improve their lives way behind the 8 ball because of what they just did in the moment. They don't see beyond, and it destroys a lot of their family lives. For instance, you get a 19-year-old, gets in the car, drunk driving, bad accident, kills his best friend or girlfriend. How do you recover from that? Horrendous. I don't know. So those split-second decisions without seeing the consequences of taking that, 10 beers at the party and trying to drive your car, they don't see beyond it. So that's part of the problem too. People bring poverty into the equation to make bad decisions. And I can see it being a factor, but I also see it not being an excuse. I mean, look at my mother's family, for example. My mother was one of 9 children born in the Depression. No money. My grandparents raised them, 9 kids in South Camden, with basically minimal money. Fed them every day and didn't rob banks to do it. So there's a hard work ethic that we can have that's based just on stronger decisions, not just economies. Does that make sense, Reggie?
Yes.
And just, it made me think of my grandfather on that side. No, it's another story. Yeah, keep going. I don't want to distract too much. Yeah.
Well, I think that, again, we're back to whatever's on your mind.
Okay.
Because whatever's on your mind
what's
is
on my
inspiring
mind,
to somebody.
What's on my mind is my grandfather was, I'm Slavic and Italian is my heritage. My grandfather grew up in the hills of Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia doesn't exist. It's called Croatia or Herzegovina now. but they were very, very poor immigrants who came to America for the American dream, and I'm a product of that. My grandfather could not write his name. I don't say it to embarrass him. He just couldn't do it. He didn't have the ability. He wasn't educated. Grew up in the mountains. They didn't have school in the mountains. 2 generations later, I get to go to law school and be a professional and be on Reggie's show to talk about being a lawyer to you as the audience. A lot of that's from the European work ethic that I'm proud to be a part of. Does that make sense, Reg?
Yes, because it sounds like you're saying to me, your grandfather, he worked with his situation brought upon him, because it wasn't people going to the mountains to teach.
Exactly, he didn't have it.
So, but that didn't mean he didn't have character.
Right.
He didn't want to become Pancho Villa
Right.
and become an outlaw. He just wanted to do whatever it took.
Right, he worked very, very hard. And that's the point of I guess what I'm saying, he worked very, very hard to raise his 9 kids and to do it the right way. You know.
That's the impression I got of your father.
My papa's the same way.
You're mentioning your grandfather, then you're talking about your father. So you guys have been. That's why you guys are all attorneys and state police officers. That's where you picked it up from. Listen, we're gonna chop up some more of this stuff so that we can have it all in a bowl.
Still chopping.
So we can, so you don't have to see us, but we got some of Russell speaking. I'm gonna look at my piece of paper and see what else I can get to bring up out of him. And we'll be right back. Reggie's Cooked into Life's Lessons. Russell DePersia.
All right, thanks, Reg.
Okay, folks, we're back. Reggie's Cooked into Life's Lessons with attorney Russell Anthony DePersia. Now, what we chopped up the vegetables, and of course we're going to have it in the small box of us chopping up the vegetables. And in fact, now we're going to chop up some of this chicken breast. So I'm going to put a few pieces over here with Russell. And you know what? And I keep bringing my people in here and consuming their time and all that kind of stuff. So we're trying to move along. But okay, so we're going to dice up this chicken. We're going to roll this dough into balls. We have it here all sliced up.
Dice it small, Reg?
Yes.
Like the pepper small?
Like the pepper small.
Okay.
Because we're going to throw all that into this one bowl and mix this up. Okay, so let me get this. Now, of course, Russell informed me of something that I didn't know, and I want to see if I can get him to speak on it, because he helped, he put together a law.
I did, Reg. There was a period of time where my partner Phyllis and I, we were going around to different city neighborhoods, and we were doing speeches to help kids with bullying and anti-bullying campaigns and things like that. So we go to various high schools in Philly, a lot in Camden. And one of the issues that came up was cyber harassment, where you have bullying happening online. And in today's society, it's different than when I was a kid, where if you had a problem, you might be a fight in the schoolyard, you might go to the principal's office. But nowadays, kids feel trapped, where they can't get away. The bullying occurs, and it's ever present. In fact, when we had started it, there was a lot of issues dealing with kids taking their lives because of that. So it became a big concern for us as a group. We had a company called Social Media Policies, bestsocialmediapolicies.com at the time. But long story short, I ended up drafting the cyber harassment law for New Jersey, which I was real proud of. I testified up in Trenton, and we got it passed. And it's similar to the harassment statute, but it applies to online harassing situations. So it's something I was real proud to do in my career. Not many attorneys get to pass a law. So I was honored to do that. And hopefully it helps people out there.
I saw something recently, because they did a movie about a young girl who was online with somebody who was contemplating suicide, and she was talking about, yeah, use pills, or she was encouraging him to commit suicide rather than letting somebody else know that this was going on, and now they made a movie out of that, or you know what I'm talking about?
I'm familiar with that story to an extent, but one of the inspirations for us to write the law was a case that happened in Missouri where an adult was pretending to be a young person who ended up getting involved in harassing a young girl who took her life. Really, really sad case. And once we came upon that, at the time, Missouri didn't have a way to prosecute that individual who they knew did it.
Because he didn't act,
There
because he
no
wasn't there.
Well, there was no
Right.
cyber harassment law. There's no mechanism in the system to punish somebody like that. New Jersey had a gap too. They had it, and we saw the gap as well, and we went and advocated for that to be filled with a new law. So I understand what you're saying, Reg, because that's what happened with us. We stumbled across that case, and it gave us the idea to write it for New Jersey. In fact, the victim's mom in that case called us, grateful that we were doing what we were doing for people in New Jersey.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it was something. But anyway, back to cutting, Reg. How's the size of this chicken here?
So far, you're looking good.
Am I doing all
Looking
right?
good, yes.
I'm getting better, aren't I?
Yes, you're getting so much better.
I'm improving.
You is improving.
Yeah.
So again, folks, now we done chopped up the scunions, the spring onions. We chopped up the white onion and red peppers and green peppers, and now we're mixing the chicken, and we have the dough already here.
We're in the zone, aren't we, Reg?
We are in the zone.
We're in the zone.
We are in the zone. All
We're
we
in
gotta
the
do,
zone.
and we want to keep the
Reg,
meals.
yours too big?
No, no, because it's called hurrying up. We're doing good.
You want to do this one?
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Now,
Making it.
what I'm going to do is we're going to,
I'm curious to see how all this comes together, Reg.
yes,
am.
that's going to be the part. That is going to be the part.
It starts to look like it's like a stew.
Now what we need to do is we still need to mix that up. Mix that up. I guess you can use the spoon.
Okay.
Let's use the spoon now, and now we have, of course, we have the mixed vegetables in here. The onions, the scunions, the green peppers, the tomatoes, the red peppers, and the green peppers. Look, this is look like it's jamming. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to pour some olive oil in here. We're going to pour some olive oil in here. And I guess we probably should be measuring it, but we love to cook for taste. There we go, I got it. There you go. Now we're going to pour some olive oil in there. And, okay, I know that's enough. So I poured like a few tablespoons of olive oil. Now we have the different seasonings that we're going to throw on here. And we're going to get Russ to mix this up.
All right, I'm on it.
If you don't mind.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's mix that up.
Let's mix this up.
Now, while Russ is
Mixing this up.
mixing that up,
Trick is not to spill it on the floor.
I'm taking these. We took in carved slices, like Russell said, like a pizza. So now I'm going to make little balls out of this. Roll into little balls. In fact, I think I should go like this and make, pinch that to make two. Okay. There we go. There we go. Yes. And as you see, I'm pulling the slices, and then I'm just rolling them into balls.
Nice job.
Rolling them into balls. Rolling them into balls. Rolling them into balls. There we go. You guys, you see what I'm doing, and that's to move the process along. I'm gonna get that again. Okay. So,
Got it, Reg?
yeah, everything is fine. Everything is fine. Everything is
All
fine.
fresh ingredients, like you're
Yes.
right off the farm, right?
That's what's going to make this meal kill. is because it is all fresh.
Like right off the farm, right, Reg?
I don't know about the farm, but I guess fresh would mean farm if you're talking vegetables.
Did you know I was a farm kid, Reg?
No.
I was. I grew up as a farm kid.
What farm?
When I was a kid, we had a horse farm. So I grew up as a ranch kid. All right, how we doing?
All right, we good. We got this mix. Let's
Is
show.
that enough?
That looks fantastic.
Good.
Let's show the folks what this looks like. Let's show the folks what this looks like. That's that chicken and all those vegetables. Are they vegetables? Do you call onions and you call that vegetables, right? You know, not corn, but all that looks good. Now, Russ, you see how
We
what
roll
I'm
this
doing
up,
here?
roll this
Yep.
up. Okay, we
Yep.
can do that.
Yep.
Roll
Yep.
it up. Okay.
Yep. Now, then from there, we're gonna go.
You have to throw it in the air and.
No. We don't have to throw it in the air with that.
Okay,
I
no
guess
throwing.
That's the time part of the
Just too big?
No. Oh yeah, that might be a little bit too
Split
big.
it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That might be a little too big. Now, what we're going to do here, let's sit that here right there for a second.
Okay, boom.
We got that.
Okay.
Now, I already have the cookie sheet that I,
Good.
and this, we're gonna leave that spoon there, and we're gonna take this and throw this behind this. So, now, we already have the cookie sheet. Now, what we're doing is we're gonna take, and I got some olive oil here.
Okay.
Now, we're gonna take the balls, we're gonna put them on here like
Put
this.
them on there, okay?
Okay, yep. Okay, let me get that.
Do that one.
Let me get that. Let's put them like, yeah, like.
Need more space, right?
Yeah, we
Okay.
need more space.
No more space.
Yeah, right there, right there.
Because you're going to spread out, aren't they?
Yeah, but we wanna get all of them on there.
I don't know if it's going to fit.
Mhm.
Think it'll fit?
Well, maybe we won't get all of them on there, but we wanna make sure,
How's that?
yeah, let's put this one on there. Okay, well, and I'll just use another cookie sheet.
Okay.
For these. Okay.
Right.
Now, what we're doing here, now we're going to take and let's dab our fingers with some oil and then push down on these and make
Dab
them,
the fingers with some
and
oil.
make them round.
Okay.
Make them round.
So you can't throw them.
Make them round. Make them round, Russ.
No toss them in the air.
Make them
Not
round.
Not
Russ.
like pizza.
Make them round, Russ. Yes.
All right.
Yes. Yes.
All right, we're doing it.
Yes. Yes. Like this, Russ.
Okay.
Let's smash them out just a little bit more, Russ.
More
Like
that? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that was a big one. That's probably
Yeah, it
why
is.
that- Look where we're at now, Russ. We're going to take. I'm going to show you how to do it first. Then I want you to do it, Russ.
Okay.
Now we have the mixture of the chicken and the vegetables and stuff like that. I'm going to put it. I'm just going to pile it onto
Each one.
each one. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Just like that, Russ.
All right. Looks good.
Let me do this little one here.
Does one go on top or no? It stays like that.
No, say just like this.
Okay.
Just like this. Okay?
Ready.
Let's season this. Make sure that's mixed up. There you go. Okay.
Okay. So each one, right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Now, Russ, you're a father now.
I am. I have two kids. I have twins. 13 years old. Very, very proud of boy and a girl.
13.
Yep. And out of all the things I got to do in my life, it is the biggest honor and privilege, and the thing I'm most proud of is being a dad.
Raising
By
them.
far.
Yes.
Yeah. The biggest thing, best thing I've ever done.
Did your father get a chance to meet his grandchildren?
He did, and it's a great question. He got to meet him the year that my father passed. My kids were born. Let me see. He had actually passed in October, and they were born in April. So he got to meet them for the first 7 months of their life. He got to hold them and see them, which meant a lot to me. Yeah, that was big. Thank you.
Good.
Big deal.
How's your brothers doing?
They're all doing well. One brother's retired from the state police.
Mm-hmm.
The other two brothers are still practicing law. Is that too much, Reg? Too much?
You tell me.
All right.
You tell me.
I just want to make sure I'm doing enough.
I think it was a bit much, but okay. It'll just be on the sides, I guess.
All right. A lot here. I want to make sure it all gets.
But see, but we have enough dough.
Oh, we have more dough.
Yes, we have more dough.
So this doesn't all have to fit on this.
No.
I was trying to fit it all in there.
I see.
Shoo.
No.
I don't want to have any left over, right?
No. We don't worry. We're not wasting nothing here.
You good?
We good. Now this is fantastic. This
All right.
is going into the oven, folks.
Okay, we're ready.
This is going in the oven.
Can you see this?
Yeah,
It's gonna be
they can
awesome.
see it. This is going. Look at this. Smell this. Smell this.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Smells fantastic.
We got something here. We still need a name.
Oh, that's right. We ain't got to the Russell DePersia
Reggie
part
Supreme
yet.
or something. We call it Reggie Supreme. That's what it is. Reggie Supreme. What do you think?
All right, folks. That's going to be in the oven for 20 minutes. So we are going to sit down and chill for at least 15. We're going to sit down. I'll find out some more stuff about Russell and bring it back at you.
All right.
Reggie's Cooked into Life Lessons. I got attorney Russell Anthony DePersia. His office is in Williamstown. This dude been practicing law for over 28 years.
Thanks, Rich.
All right, guys, we're back. And we had them in the oven, and as you see, I can't grab the pan because it's still hot, and they have to go back into the oven. But this is where the part comes where we drop the cheddar cheese on the top, because this has to go back into the oven so that the cheese melts down. And as you see, I am not being sparingly putting the cheese on top of this.
Looks good, Reg.
Now, Russell, please, can you say something about where your practice is at and how they can reach you or something like that?
Sure. My practice is on Blackhorse Pike in Williamstown. It's at 1085 North Blackhorse Pike. I'm suite number 10 right there. My office number is at 856-964-9000. And as Reg said, I've been practicing since 1992. So it's over 28 years of time, almost 29.
Look at this. I got an attorney that's been practicing for 29 years. He helped me in the kitchen, so he is human. He is human. You can reach out to him, and I don't think that he makes money if you think that you can't reach out to him. Ain't nothing like, my father always told me this. There's nothing like having an attorney as a friend. Can you beat that? Nope.
Sounds good, Reg.
Nope.
All right,
Now
we made it.
we're gonna throw this back into the oven. This goes back into the oven for 10 more minutes. Look at that. Imagine what that cheese gonna look like. I don't know. Russell, you gonna be here or you gotta go?
I'm about to leave soon, Reg.
All right, so we're gonna see what happens.
See though.
Whether he's gonna be able to see the finished product or not. But bam.
Looks good though, Reg.
All right, so any closing things you want to say?
Just thanks for having me, Reg. We're so glad to be here. Glad to be a part of it. Thanks so much.
I appreciate you coming through.
Good man.
Reggie's Cooked into Life Lessons. Russell DePersia, attorney at law, was in the place to be. He gonna miss this.
Thanks.
He gotta go. Subscribe. Love you guys. But I'm not finished yet. I'm gonna show you the finished product.
He's gonna send me out an order.
That's what I'm gonna do. Well, I'm back to conclude this episode of Reggie's Cooked into Life Lessons with Russell Anthony DePersia. Russ, of course, being an attorney, you know, they have things to do, so he had to go. But he did take a piece before he left, so I'm pulling it out of the oven, and I still do have some audience, so they will be able to. Oh, oh, oh. That looks like a mouthful. So, I have my guests, and I chopped up some parsley, because parsley goes on as a garnish. As you see, these are melt. Oh my goodness. Oh, oh. Mmm. Now, this is how we do this. Yep. That's the garnishment. I'm gonna set that one there. Whoa. 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 Woo. This looks marvelous. Bam. We get ready to get to business. Love you guys. Subscribe. Reggie's Cooked into Life's Lessons. Bye-bye.